This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
Is it time to reimagine your future? The right business skills may make a difference in your career. At Capella University, we offer a relevant education that's designed to focus on what you need to know in the business world. We'll teach professional skills to help you pursue your goals, like business management, strategic planning, and effective communication. And you can apply these skills right away. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Welcome to the You Can Do Both podcast. This is Court.
And this is Ashley. And we're coming at you live again from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, with your two favorite podcast guests.
Shall we introduce?
Welcome to the You Can Do Both podcast, boyfriend Joseph and fiancé
Matthew.
Ooh. AKA Court's Crush.
AKA Court's Crush. Guys, the boys have not been on since episode 19. Which is what, 2 years ago? We did give a little listen into the episode. It was honestly really cute.
It was very cute. But the way that we put these two men on a couch together, barely knowing each other, I wasn't even physically present, and we forced them to do a recording together.
Which is so crazy if you really think about it. But you guys did it, and you did such a great job.
Yeah. And I would have to say, you guys must have bonded.
I think so. Definitely a little bit, for sure.
Forced bond.
Forced bond.
So one thing about our foursome here is that...
Oh, that's what it is now. Okay, sure.
One thing about our friendship is that at first, Ashley and I forced the men to be friends.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, what else do you do when best friends get boyfriends?
It's really the dream.
It's the dream for them to be best friends. And you force it a little bit, and then if, you know, everything's in your favor and the angels are working for you, it'll flourish and it'll actually become organic.
Flourish. Yes. Guys, tell us about your relationship that's flourished.
Well, as Court just mentioned, the angels really brought us together. So, I'm just fortunate enough to have found Matt as one of my good friends.
I really don't know where I would be in life without Joe, like being that older brother that I really need in life.
Goodness.
Brother. Oh my goodness.
Wow, don't age me like that, dude.
No, I feel like you guys have actually really grown, like a very strong friendship.
Yeah,
To the
of course.
point where we were out last weekend in Nantucket. Matt was in Vegas, and I was like, Joe, are you texting Matt right now? He's like, yeah, I just wanted to check in to see how his trip was going.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to check in
what
with
friends
him.
do.
Exactly,
My heart
yeah. He's my
melted.
boy.
So cute and so thoughtful.
Just wanted to see how my guy's doing.
How was he doing in Vegas, by the way?
Not
Yeah,
great.
how was Vegas?
Not
Matt?
great. Vegas was fun, but I was not doing well, monetarily speaking.
Yeah.
But it was a good time.
Yeah.
I had
Wait,
fun.
you were there for Courtney's brother's 21st birthday.
Yep.
Courtney was not present. You were there with all of the family. Like, how was that for you?
It was good. Most of the older guys, like the dads and uncles, went to bed at 10 o'clock, so I was out with
chaperone.
Cameron until 3:30 in the morning.
What a good bonding experience.
Yeah, bringing him home when he tried to linebacker tackle a trash can, which was hysterical.
I have not heard of that detail yet.
If you had answered your 4 a.m. FaceTime, you would have.
My
only-
goodness gracious.
What else can you want with 21 in
Fantastic.
Vegas?
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. Yeah, I played some golf, gambled a lot. Really had a good time. It was fun.
Love that.
You're missed in Nantucket, but
Joe's going to
on.
Vegas in what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. For a work trip. Nothing too serious.
Yeah, for a work trip. Nothing serious.
Yeah.
I hope your luck's better than mine.
I hope so, too.
Yeah. I made up a little bit on the
Yeah,
flight
you
home.
didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
What, from like football betting? Mm-hmm. Guys, honestly, why don't you give the bothers a little bit of like a sports update? Like, how are your fantasy teams doing? How is the season going? The Yankees are in the playoffs. At this point, I think when does the World Series happen?
I don't know
week.
when it starts.
Next week?
End of October, I believe.
Okay, so this will be out after the World Series. Would you guys like to place your bets on who won and who made it?
I can't do that because that's just going to bring bad luck. And
I think it's going to be Dodgers Yankees, and I think the Yankees pull it out.
Wow.
And
Joe,
as a Red Sox fan,
that makes me incredibly nervous. I think he's doing it on purpose because he's a Red Sox fan. So
No,
he jinxes the Yankees.
as a Red Sox fan, I would normally hate that, but I'm hoping that the Yankees winning will actually get those bums to spend some money on the damn team.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Because the Red Sox ownership right now has been trash, and let's hope that the Yankees being good again once, will get them to spend some money.
Totally.
And then winning the World Series will really do that, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to win it all.
Okay.
Right, Joe?
That is awful, and I hate him for saying all of that right now. That's the most jinx thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, well, there's one right here. We can knock on it.
We should knock on it.
I will not.
Also be grabbing my beverage.
As a diehard Yankees fan, this is incredibly exciting. This is the first time this has happened in a while. We've gotten knocked out the past few years.
15 years, Joe, I think?
This is the best chance we have at it. I'll say that. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'll just leave it at that. It's exciting. I'm hoping for the best, and we'll see what happens.
So last night we went out in Portsmouth. We're having very much a YCDB extended weekend, and I don't want to speak for all of you, but it's kind of perfect, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm so grateful for our core four here, and we don't really get a lot of time, just us four, and it's been really nice. We went to dinner last night, and then we went to the Thirsty Moose, which is like a little sports bar to watch the Yankees, but we went downstairs. It was like a little bit chaotic. I felt like we stepped into like a vortex of some sort. There was
Truly.
Star Wars on the TV.
No, first it was prefaced by the bouncer, the person that was checking IDs, and he's like, "It's a little dead down there." As we were venturing down into the deep dark abyss, we turned the corner. There's a live band. There's Star Wars from the 1980s on the TV, and there's also techno hard EDM music playing. Dubstep, if you will. Truly could not be more insane. And then we were surrounded by UNH kids. So we were likely the oldest people in there.
Yeah.
But did we have the best time ever?
The best time.
Yes.
We were vibing.
We were dancing.
Matt was bringing out his dance moves.
Yeah,
We
it was
all
good.
brought out dance moves. We were all
We all did.
breaking it down.
Yeah, and we also agreed to taking dance lessons together.
Guys, so I've seen these
Courtney and
videos.
Ashley agreed to take dance lessons together.
No, you're going to do it
I don't
as
need
well.
lessons.
No, they have these house music dance lessons, but it's really just a group of people, and they teach you how to move to the beat and have some good moves.
I don't need lessons for that.
Nobody needs it, but it's just good energy, and I think it would be so fun. So for Christmas, that's what I'm getting you all.
Cool.
And we're all going to go together. Would you be down?
If it's all four of us.
It's all four of us.
If it's all
four of us,
You
sure.
wouldn't want to go with just me?
ride
No.
or die.
Okay, noted.
How do you re-gift dance lessons? That will be on next week's
Pass that off to the
podcast.
next poor schlup
Yeah.
behind you.
Well, Matt and I need to take dance lessons for our future wedding. More for me, not for him.
Are you guys going to do a coordinated
Yes.
first dance?
Yes.
Coordinated?
We're going to do a waltz.
Choreographed.
Like a waltz.
Yes.
A
Sure.
waltz.
I mean, I
Wow.
haven't put any thought into this yet,
I
but I
have.
would like to
Obviously,
know.
Matt has.
I have.
I would like to know how to dance beforehand because
I
I'm
will-
not the gal for that.
We will not be the couple that just sits there and sways like this.
No.
No,
I would rather
no.
just not dance at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to do some twists and some turns.
Maybe a
Wow, a little spicy.
Maybe a little dip, get a little crazy.
Oh my
Got a little
goodness.
crazy.
I'm so excited.
Are you? Are
Do
you
you not
really?
think I am?
I don't know. I don't even know if you're going to be there.
Guys, this
Matt
is
loves to fucking
Joe
This is
Joe will
Ashley
though.
and Matt, too.
Joe will be
Just
there
me.
though.
No,
My
just
guy
me.
Joe.
I'll make the trip.
Matt and I are brother and sister that can't stop shitting on each other nonstop. The conversation is always just jab,
Facts.
jab, jab.
And then Joe and I are just chill.
Just chill. Very similar.
Very similar, just thumbs up.
But
in
are
the corner.
Joe and you really friends though?
Oh.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm asking. No, you two.
Wait, what?
Are you and Joe really friends though?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
what do
double
you
check.
mean?
I'm just checking.
Matt's bringing up an internal story.
I think because
Courtney asked him.
Legit 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Joe and I have been
Joe are
friends
really
for
friends.
2+ years.
Wanted to certify.
We
it.
went golfing. Cora was like, "Are you and Joe really friends, or just like are you forced to be friends?" I'm like, "Yes,
But
yes,
that's
we're real
what we're
friends."
saying. Like, it's kind of a beautiful thing. We did force you to be friends, and now you guys are genuinely
yeah,
friends.
for like a week.
Yeah, it's not force us to be friends. It's the force of like meeting each
The
other,
interaction.
obviously, because we have
And
to.
to hang
because
out.
with the circle, yeah. But then like the friendship happens naturally.
Oh my
Of
God.
course, but there very well could have been a situation where you guys don't vibe with each other as
Oh, yeah,
much, and you
absolutely.
wouldn't care to do things outside of us four being together.
100%. Yes.
So you're
Very
welcome.
good.
So yes,
I'm very appreciative that Courtney brought you into my life, Ashley, who then subsequently brought Joe into my life. So thank
Very nice, Matt.
you. See, I can be nice
Very
sometimes.
nice. That's the first thing I've heard all weekend.
She's not lying.
well, gentlemen, this has been long awaited. We've attempted to bring you guys on multiple times over the past couple of years.
We have fully recorded episodes with these two, and we had to scrap it because
Yeah.
it was just not the vibe. But at this point, we just came from lunch today.
Yes.
We have a couple of drinks in us. We're feeling good. The vibes are high, and it's finally working this time.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God. So, in thinking of today's episode and what we were going to talk about with the boys, we tried to channel the bother listener, if you will. And what would the bother want to hear in listening to their favorite podcaster's boyfriend and fiance on a podcast? So today, we're going to share all the secrets to a happy, healthy relationship
From our perspective.
from our perspective.
So let's go down the line. Matt, we'll do one by one.
Cool.
What's the secret to keeping Court happy?
There are a lot of secrets. I feel like that's
The
my
secret
full-time
man.
job.
It is.
But the number one most important thing by far is keeping her fed.
Absolutely.
100%. I
you
think
know
that's
Courtney-
really important.
Across the board.
Yeah. If you know Courtney, you know she gets upset and a little hangry when she's not well fed. So that's why I keep some granola bars in the car sometimes,
Do
or just
you?
like on my person, just in case, because she can get a little bare sometimes.
Are you taking notes, Joe? You never have snacks for me.
I know. Yeah, I should implement your system. Ashley actually put her own snacks in her car recently. We depleted those snacks, and I need to
Very quickly.
I need to refill those because that was a genius idea on her part.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Honestly, and outside of snacks, like, listen, when I have a busy day at work, the man chefing up in the kitchen, like picking up the slack when it's needed and I don't have to ask for, keeps a girl very, very happy.
Very happy.
healthy.
There's really nothing better than that.
Truly nothing better.
Scrambled eggs and English muffin.
Oh, that's all I need at lunchtime. When
Just,
12
that's the
o'clock
key.
hits and I'm like on a computer, yeah, it makes my day.
Love
Nice.
that.
So good. Okay, for me, for keeping Mr. Matthew happy, a clean space.
Oh, I can see Matt loving a clean space.
Who doesn't?
No,
love
but
clean
it's
space?
honestly just like the little things, like him coming home from like a trip or something. It doesn't take much for you to put in that extra thought to like do what you got to do to make sure that it's not like a bomb just went off in the
Yeah.
house, you know?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Something, just like an organized home. Doesn't need to be like spotless, just like organized. Like I hate just like clutter.
Yeah.
And just like nothing's worse than like working or like being gone for a few days and coming home and just Courtney has like 3 coats on the couch and I'm just like, please,
For
oh
what?
my God, it's for like the closet's right there, my love.
Or no, it's the coffee mug here.
Yeah.
It's the lunch plate that hasn't been put in the
Yeah.
dishwasher
The bowl
yet.
on her work desk is just like,
Please. The
Takes 3
knives out on the
seconds, yeah.
counters.
the open scissors on
wide
the
open
floor.
on the floor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Just those little things. That keeps me very, very happy when that doesn't happen.
That's valid. Okay, not to keep it on the food topic, but I feel like the easiest way to keep you happy is when I just cook for you.
Absolutely.
When I cook Joe a nice meal, I get all of the physical love, the words of affirmation, like every type of love language I get when I feed Joe.
Yeah.
He's so happy. He does his little happy dance like while he's eating. You know, he couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I think that's my love language.
It is your love language because
Food.
you love acts of service and then you're so happy to clean up, like it's not a problem, and you're full and with a happy belly.
Just
Like,
happy, yeah.
Yeah.
Very happy.
You're very simple. I feel like you're happy most times. It doesn't take a lot to keep you happy, But I've noticed that, and then when I do the grocery shopping, because you have been grocery shopping recently, but the past couple weeks I did it on my own, and you were like, wow, you're wifey.
I mean, that's definitely nice. The grocery shopping, I don't mind doing alone. I don't mind doing it. I love doing it together too. I don't, doing it yourself, great. That's a total plus. But just the cooking and making a good meal and a dinner for us is just so nice. It's so appreciated, and it's so nice to have.
Yeah, it works well because I actually enjoy cooking, so I feel like it's a good balance of the two, and then I appreciate when he cleans up. And it's something we bond over, like trying new recipes, and then we're like, oh, this one didn't really hit. Yeah. But it's good. It's fun. I think it works well for us, and it's very easy, very simple.
Exactly.
But it doesn't really take a lot to make you happy. Yeah, it's
Simple
just
guy.
pretty easygoing, as most men are. I feel like it's not that hard to keep them happy.
Honestly, like, we all are. I feel like it's just the little things. The little things are what matter most.
Yeah. Joe, I'm super interested to hear how you keep me happy.
I mean, one of the easiest ways to keep you happy is just constant cuddles and touches.
Very good.
Always making sure we have physical touch in there. Always cuddling, holding hands, rubbing her back, whatever. I mean, foot rubs while we're watching the couch on the couch watching
Rub
TV.
is iconic. You don't get any foot rubs.
No.
It's a nice.
My feet, actually.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, like that's crazy. How'd you get him to do that?
Oh well, it's a nice.
What do you mean? I just wiggle my toes in front of
Oh,
his
she
face
wiggles.
Have you
Whatever
seen
body
those-
part she wants touched, she'll wiggle in front of me.
We should try
But
that
it's
at
also
home.
a nice compromise. 'Cause a lot of times, especially this time of year, a lot of sports are on. So like, I want to watch sports. We'll sit after dinner on the couch watching TV, and she'll be reading her book or whatever it is, and she'll put her feet on me or her back, whatever it is, and I'll rub it down. Just let me do my thing. You can do your thing. I'll keep you happy. Everybody's happy here in this situation. So,
Yeah, it is. It's actually really perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it works out.
Crack
It
the
does
code.
work out.
Crack the code.
Crack the code.
And after the 10 seconds of me, if I were to move my hand from her foot to grab a drink, do whatever, she'll give me a little tap, let me know that I need to move my hand immediately back
needy.
there.
Because
Yes.
I don't like
Very
when
needy.
I'm being rubbed in the same spot. It's like you need to get the whole foot. Like if you rub, I get overstimulated. If it's like the same like thumb, I'm like, put some more effort into it. Put some more intention behind it. You know?
Yes.
You'll know
It makes
when-
sense. I get it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, my attention is drawn towards
Right.
Somewhere else.
the sport that is on.
Sometimes you have to do both.
Aaron
Yes.
Judge at bat.
Aaron Judge is at the plate. Yes, I have to pay attention.
Or maybe we do the opposite. What's one thing you do that pisses Court off? Let's turn it negative.
Oh boy.
I know. I have a good one.
I
I
could
don't-
literally
Oh, no.
give you one right now.
I don't think I have one.
You don't think you do anything that pisses Court off?
No.
Matthew, the lack of self-awareness.
I don't think so.
You know
What,
my answer would be.
Play video games?
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Guys, I can't stand when a man plays video games.
Okay.
And I will say, he also has like a healthy relationship to it. Like he'll have one night a week or maybe 2 nights a week, like at most. And
I feel
he's
like every time I'm FaceTiming you, Matt's
he's
playing video games.
Well, like, because I know she has a scheduled time to talk with you, so then I will start playing knowing that she's doing that with you.
Yeah, I mean, you played it a little bit more recently.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Yeah. But it's also like, that's my guy time. I play with 2 of like my college roommates, and like, you're on the mics together, you chat, like you catch up. Like I was talking about my buddy's wedding the other day. Like he got married in his honeymoon, went to like Italy and stuff. So, like we were catching up over that. So
Yeah,
it's not
it's like
just like,
FaceTime as they're playing.
yeah.
Joe doesn't play with any friends.
No, I like
I'll play with
I like
you, Joe.
solo games. I mean, again, back in like teenage years, college years, playing like Call of Duty with friends, of course.
Posture.
But oh, sorry, my goodness.
All right, everybody posture
yeah,
check.
everybody sit up.
Posture.
But yeah, I like just playing solo type of
fun.
games. So like again, like when I'm into it, like let me just play this. And like Ashley said, like I'll get so into it
Yeah.
for like 3 weeks until I beat it. I'm like, okay, I just wasted so much of my time playing this game. Like I need a full reset break before I start another game.
Something
like,
about beating the game, Joe. It's
just-
something about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, moving
No,
on.
but there's something about just knowing that was something that was a part of your childhood, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
like seeing grown ass men getting so excited over a game and like being so upset if you walk in front of the TV that like it's just so icky.
No, Joe was searching for feathers. He goes,
They're collectibles.
I can't find my last feather. I'm like, we have to shut it off. Like,
It's a collection item in the game. If you collect them all, you win a prize, basically. I mean, again,
prize.
for all...
What's the prize,
For all,
Joe?
I don't know. I think
A sword?
it was some type of cape.
A
Yeah,
cape.
or sword,
It was a
exactly.
cape. That's
Yeah,
even
something like
worse.
that.
It was a cape.
Yeah, but a cape of invincibility. So,
Fantastic.
so kind of awesome.
Defense stats through the roof.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. 100%.
I mean, for all the women listening, when you have children and you have boys, this is what they're going to be doing. When they're 8 years old until they're 18, 20, 22.
I hope
they're going to
that
be
my boys
playing
are outside,
video
like,
games.
playing with sticks
They will
or
be.
something.
I mean, absolutely, because the way we grew up, they're going to be outside for a lot of the time, but at the same time, they're going to be playing video games with their friends. Like it's just a thing. It's just how it works.
One thing about Ashley and Joe is that they're likely not having boys.
We're definitely having boys. My family's
so
all
we actually
boys.
talked
Her
about
family's all
it.
girls.
I don't know when we talked about it recently. We were like, okay, no, realistically, we have to have one boy and one girl. Even though I would love 2 girls, like, we have to have a boy for you, Joe.
Yep.
And, like, it's also the perfect family dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
boy, girl, like, it'll be perfect. And I feel like that's so Joe and I. Like, just everything's balanced.
Yeah.
2
But I
against
love
2.
that you came to that realization.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But then I was thinking, I'm gonna have to have a boy first and then a girl, so it's an older brother, ideally.
Yes.
But then I
Ideally.
think I'd be sad because then what if the next one is a boy? And Joe even said then we'd have to try for a third because he knows I need a girl.
Yeah. I've never been open to like 3 kids. I've always had a hard stop at 2, but
Yeah.
recently I've become more like, we could probably have 3.
Yeah, because we were thinking like, that's the whole point of life, right, guys?
No, we had a full conversation on our walk back from lunch today about, should we just start having kids?
Like, maybe we should just all start popping out babies and like have a family and like what more to life is there than that, you know?
Yeah.
Matt, you're making some faces over there. Do you have something to say?
My back's turned to him. I don't need to see the faces he's making.
Oh boy.
But tell us, what are you thinking?
Yeah, like kids and a family sound great, but like I think there's more to life than just kids.
For sure.
For sure, but
Yes.
think about how fulfilling and beautiful like a big family is.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
Talk to your specialist about Botox Cosmetic, Anabotulinum Toxin A, because Botox Cosmetic Day is back on November 20th. For one day only, buy one $50 gift card, get one free, while supplies last. It gets better because it's not just one day of celebration, but the whole month of November. Refer a friend to Ali, and you'll both get $50 off a Botox Cosmetic treatment. Plus, if you register and get treated during November 1st to 30th, you have the chance to win $10,000. For prescribing information and box warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300. No purchase necessary for sweepstakes entry. Treatment must occur by 12/6. For full official rules, offer terms and conditions, and to join Ali, visit BotoxCosmeticDay.com.
Okay, moving on. Courtney, what is one thing you do to piss Matt off?
Leaves
Nope,
everything
not
open. Well, no, she gave her thing that I do.
She did give his answer, yes.
Oh, okay.
She's never closed anything a day in her life.
Elaborate.
Wait, tell the story on the way up.
Cabinets open, drawers open, doors open. Everything is open. The caps to like the other day I pulled out like I think it was like the milk or something that you dropped because
Coffee?
it was like she has this thing where she just can't finish things, and where it's like I have the opposite where I need to finish things like that. Like
I
is
feel
my
like that's
drive.
like
complete each
ADD
other.
versus OCD.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I need
Literally.
to finish things. Like that's my thing. Like if there's like that much left, like I'm gonna finish it, even if like I'm not even hungry or whatever. Like I'm eating it.
No, the thing is, this man will see like 2 pickles left in the jar. Terrible example. He'll eat the pickles, and I'm like, I was saving those 2 pickles for lunch today.
Exactly. It's wild, dude.
And he's like, but there was only 2 left. I had to finish them. I'm like, there was a fucking reason there were 2 left.
No, the worst
I was eating them.
The worst is like 1 sip of coffee left. I'm like, she's like, I'm saving that for later. I'm like, it's been sitting there for 8 hours. Like, no, you're not.
That's a common thing. Ashley doesn't finish her coffee.
I do finish my coffee. I just take a long time to sip it. And Joe's like, are you done yet? And I'm like, no, I have 2 sips
It's been 3 hours.
I'm still sipping it. And then once it's done, because I always do finish it, then I throw it away.
But even more so that it's like the not closing thing. So like prime example, we're coming up here. It's Friday. We have 17 bags for 24 hours, which blows my mind. Like we're going to look past that. So I'm carrying probably 15 of the 17 bags because I'm just a mule and that's what I'm here for, which fine by me. Courtney has our coats, 1 bag, and her water bottle.
And a coffee in my hand.
Ooh, excuse me. Let's not forget the coffee. So we walk to our car. I proceed to put all the bags into the car. Walk around the back. I get in the driver's side. I'm looking at the passenger side. Courtney proceeds to open the door, put her little purse on the seat, and then grab her Stanley mug from the top, which most people do. That's fine. Like there's no issues with that, except that she never screwed the cap on. So the whole
Which
Stanley
is so
jug.
crazy.
It's why.
Why are we not screwing the cap
She
on
doesn't
your
finish
water
things.
She walked down the street because we were parked on the street. So she walked down the street with an unscrewed water bottle. Like
No, but it was screwed on. It
No,
just
it
wasn't
wasn't.
screwed on correctly. Like it was like a little bit off center.
1 screw. Like little.
It's because we were in a rush to get out before the meter ran out.
So she grabs it from the top. Clearly the Stanley thing crashes to the ground, full of water, splashes all over her.
32 ounces.
32
of
ounces.
water. 32.
In her purse, in the car, on the street.
The water goes into my purse with my agenda, my laptop, my phone.
Mind you, the other hand was holding the coffee, which she's now surprised by the dropping water. So she spills the coffee all over her chest. I'm like, what are we even doing? Like, what are we doing in life?
And this happens, unfortunately, way too much.
Daily.
So we literally just, we don't speak. We don't say, as this is all happening, I pretend like it doesn't happen. I don't say a singular word. He's in the front seat watching this. His heart, I see it pumping out of his chest. He doesn't say a singular word. I get into the car, zip it.
5 minutes we didn't speak.
Matt's just shaking his head.
For 5 full minutes we didn't say a word. Because I want to just be like, what the fuck? And she's just like, don't say a word. But it's just like every day. I'm telling you, like, my heart just like can't take it. One of its days is just gonna give out because that's a daily occurrence in our household. Between like that, like broken glasses,
I keep
like
spicy. Keep you on your toes.
Always a surprise.
Always a surprise. You never know.
Mm-hmm. That would be, or like the cabinet open and like I lift up from like putting something in the dish and the cabinet's just like right above my head. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just
listen. I'm actively trying to be better. However, it's been the way that I am. But on that note, Ashley,
on to the next.
What is it?
Joe gets really upset when we're driving. It's this thing, I can't not do it. We're like coming down our road, right? And then I'm like, oh, you're going to take a right here. And I will backseat drive him when it's very obvious that he knows to take the right. And I can't not say it. But I'm like, oh yeah, just keep in the right lane up here and then you're going to get off this exit. He's like, yes, I know. It's like the very simple directions as if you were coming home. Like no directions are needed, but I can't not say it.
Why?
I don't know.
She says it as like a joke, as a trying to like a lighthearted type of joke. But
it's not even
again,
a joke anymore.
She's like,
he just gets so
it's
mad.
on roads we drive every day. Every single day.
That's
like,
really funny.
Just want to make a left turn right here.
I can't.
Like,
I
no
can't not
shit.
do it though.
I'm like,
I
yep,
can't not
thanks.
do it.
Didn't realize I was making a left turn here. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
Didn't realize we were turning into our
It's-
valet of our building.
Yep. Appreciate you telling me because I was unaware.
It's like it's an overdone joke that's lost its funny a very long time ago.
So long time ago.
But I can't not say it. So I think I'm gonna do that until we're on our deathbed. You'll be rolling me in the wheelchair and I'll say,
It's just
right up here.
It's not funny. It's
I know.
It's
but
not
I can't.
funny.
Like,
Like,
just
just-
funny to me.
just
It
stop
is
it.
funny, honestly.
No, it's just irking.
Okay. What do you do that makes me mad? Or you can say another thing that I do that makes you upset.
What do I do that makes you mad? I don't know. Wait, no, this is what I do that makes you mad.
Oh, yeah.
Misjudge how long a round of golf is.
Oh, that's a good one. My timing is somewhat off for the most part. When I go out and golf, I always tell her. She's always telling me when she should expect me home by, and I do my calculations. I understand how long a round of golf takes and where I'm going, and I calculate that, and I give her an estimated answer, and that answer has been off for the last few times of golf.
So it sounds like me. That's like me when I'm going to be at your house.
But it makes no sense because in my head the math is perfect. I'm like, okay, 4 hours,
here.
Hour away, 4 hours of golf, hour back. I'll be at home at this time, and then somehow, some way, the universe just somehow stops me, prevents me. The angels hold me up.
They delay you.
Prevents me from coming home at that time, and I show up about an hour later, and there's nothing I can do to really control that.
My thing is, how many times do you think you've golfed in your life?
In my life?
In your life.
Thousands. I don't know.
Okay. Thousands of times, and you still can't predict the timing of a round?
But that's the thing. That's what's crazy.
Why don't you give yourself a
buffer
period?
Because I know how long a round takes, and I know where I am in geographically.
Sure.
I know where I am geographically. I know how long it takes for me to get home.
Do you get stuck in a lot of traffic?
Sometimes.
No,
sometimes it's the traffic.
Nope,
sometimes.
I go, oh, he's supposed to be home right now. Let me check his location. Oh, he's still on.
I'll be on like the 18th hole. I'll be on like 17 or 18. All right, so about 45-minute drive away.
He still has an hour drive home plus traffic.
Sometimes.
So sorry.
It's just the past, I would say the past 3
and my
times,
thing is,
maybe
if
4
I
times.
were you, I would give yourself a buffer period and say, okay, I'll probably be home by 5 realistically, but you know what? Let me just tell my loving girlfriend 6 o'clock so I can surprise her. And I'm home early.
Let me just turn the tables on you then. If you know I'm always off, why don't you just in your head automatically assume I'm going to be later than that?
Interesting.
Like what I do with our friend Courtney here, when she says she's going to be at our apartment at a certain time, I allow 45 minutes to say, all right, Courtney's actually going to be here at this time.
Right.
So you should allow that buffer period in your head to be like, okay, Joe says he's going to be home at 6. He's probably going to be home around 7 o'clock. And you can never be, taken by surprise by my lateness, quote unquote.
You know what? Okay.
Honestly, great answer, Joe. Great answer.
Spin that around back on you.
I feel like you don't want to be the type of person, though, that
I don't.
Can't. Okay.
But again, it's out of my control. The universe makes this happen.
He's delusional.
Teflon Joe.
Anyways.
What did he just say?
Teflon Joe. Nothing sticks to that, man. You can just spin it, baby.
I'm going to spin it back to you.
So, a common theme in both of our relationships is that they were fast and furious.
Fast and furious.
Kind of when you know type of thing.
I knew. Joe didn't know. I forced him into dating me.
I wouldn't say forced.
What would you say, Joe?
Enthused.
Enthused? What does that
I don't know if
mean?
that's even a word.
Encouraged.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Wow, that's stiffy.
What's kind of crazy is with me and you, I think this is one of the first times where I didn't, yes, it was fast, but I didn't get, obsessive the way that I feel like it's a very common tendency for girls to get, super excited, super fast, and start fantasizing and whatever. And I feel like I didn't with you.
Yeah,
in the sense that it was, almost real.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I will say that was a green flag for me. Interesting situation, but I'd say early on, I called Courtney out on her bullshit, where I wanted to progress it, but I think she was still kind of not on the fence, but still in her single girl era. So I called her out on it. I was like, hey, I'm serious about this. I would like to make time for you. Are you going to be willing to make time for me? If not, that's fine, but I'm not going to waste my time. And she was like, oh, okay. And once I said that and brought it forward, my green flag was that she was like, okay, this guy's serious. I'm actually going to make time. I'm listening to what he's actually saying. And that for me early on in our relationship was a big green flag that I articulated how I was feeling. And she was hear you loud and clear, and made changes to make it work.
And it wasn't like I wasn't excited about you. I was just so not in an era of like, I need a boyfriend. And I was in an era of, I was traveling a shit ton for work. I was super like confident in myself. And I just was used to being single, that I wasn't like, oh, I have to answer this guy's text. Like, I wasn't like never am I ever jumping to like answer anybody's text. And so when he was like, hey, like you said, you called me out of my shit. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, like I guess I should like put a bit more effort into this thing, because I also see it.
I remember
see a future.
the exact moment. We
because we were in Austin, Texas. Yeah. No, literally.
I was like, hey, it's been 2 days. I'd love to just like talk to you.
Yeah.
Like
bare minimum, really.
Like maybe just like chat for 15 minutes.
Joe, what was one of the first things that you identified in Ashley as being like, oh, she's a keeper?
That's a good question.
Or something that made her stand out in comparison, because we've all had a past, we've all had datings,
all the bitches,
but also like a lot of our listeners. What the fuck did he just say? I missed it.
Don't worry about it.
That is so fresh.
I was staring to Ashley's soul as I said that too.
What'd you say? Don't repeat it. We'll listen back.
Go ahead.
I don't know if there's one like specific thing. I mean, I've said this before, but it was the fact that it was just so easy and so natural, which was so like uncommon to me in like previous relationships, where like from the jump, it was like, it felt like I've known her for, my whole life type of thing. Like it was just so easy.
We started dating from like the second we met.
Exactly.
We were like,
from the first date.
You're my boyfriend. We were acting like we were dating.
Yeah, I mean,
from the second we met. Yeah, I don't know.
It just felt so natural and so easy. It was just such like a pure like connection, just immediately.
Someone call it soulmates.
Yeah, exactly.
Some may.
So I don't know if there was a specific thing, but it was just like a realization of like, oh, this feels so good and so right, and just so easy.
Yeah,
it's like I'm of course gonna pursue this and take this seriously.
I also think we just aligned on values and stuff, and like when you have the same vision of your future, and like when you talk about the future, you're like, oh yeah, me too. It's not an immediate. I think about like location, right? Like if you were dating and like, oh, like my family's back in this town, like let's say you met in New York City and like you were from Florida and you're like, oh, I really want to go back to Florida, but the other person's from Pennsylvania. And it's like, wait, but I really want to go back. Like we were always just so on the same page with everything. So I feel like that's a big flag, green flag to look out for if you align on your future values. Definitely. Because those, even if you like hear something, you're like, oh, like, okay, we're a little different on that. Let's say you get into a serious relationship later down the line, that's going to become a big conversation. Like where you want to live, how you want to raise a family, all of those things. Yeah. And I think everything we talked about, we aligned on. Yeah,
for the most, I mean, even in the very beginning, like you still wanted to be like, you were New England through and through, and like, oh, I want to live in New Hampshire. And I was like, I'm from New York. I was like, I've never met anybody from like, New Hampshire, let alone like from Maine. I was like, what? This is such like a new world to me type of thing. And then over time, like this is, I've been in Boston for 7 years now. Like I love New England. I'm so happy to stay here, and like this is where my future is going to be, especially with you.
So men can change, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't have to be immediate like agreement from like right from the get-go, but
like a general
some
idea.
Type of similarities, an idea. It's like we were never going to go far. Like I was always going to stay in the Northeast, but I mean, New Hampshire never crossed my mind. You know what I mean? Early on, and now it's like, okay, that's a very real possibility.
Guys, I've turned Joe into a full ass New Hampshire man. The man likes to fish. I
wouldn't say that. Fishing is fun. Yeah, sure, right. That was a total curveball for me.
You got his boater's license.
License. Yeah, it was very. Life took a turn for sure.
Gun license is next, so here we go.
I honestly looked into that.
I honestly looked into
that, and I was like, I would like to get a gun license, and I was like, I'm not a gun person. I was like, I'd be scared of myself of having a gun, not for like irresponsibility, but just like, what the hell would I do with a gun? Like that is, I would keep it in like a lockbox, I think, somewhere. But like, what on earth would I be doing with that thing?
What'd you say for when like the world
when Armageddon comes? She didn't know what Armageddon was.
I don't know what that is.
Great movie.
What does that mean?
It's a great movie.
Armageddon? I think it's like biblical.
Bruce Willis? Armageddon is like the end of the world.
It's the end of the world.
Yeah. That was his statement.
Yeah, I was like, it's the end of the world. When the sinners are left on earth and the devils and demons all come up and, I don't know, have a final battle or something.
Joe's going to have a gun to protect us.
Well, I don't know. There's going to be crazy shit's going to happen.
Probably going to cut this part of the pod out.
Yeah, definitely this is going to get cut for sure.
No, I like it.
No, my brother we were on the phone with him the other day. He's like, yeah, I'm getting my gun license. I go, for what? He goes, I don't know. An election's about to come. Maybe it'll be hard for me to get a gun
Honestly,
after
like,
that.
that's kind of what prompted me. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
People say that every time.
No, I know. No, yeah.
Government's going to come for us all.
Well, good thing I have my gun license.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Of course you do, Matt. One thing about Matt is he has lived 1,000 lives. Like, anything you could possibly think of, he's already done.
Yeah.
It's the 10 years. That's
He's
all.
owned a home. He's lived
forget
in
about you
everywhere.
owning a
home.
Like, everything. You're like, oh yeah, you always have a story.
Yeah.
You're just so wise.
So wise.
So many years.
Yeah. It's called being old.
Yeah. A green flag for me is you being very accepting of like the lifestyle that I had when we had first dated, when we were first starting to get to know each other. Like, I was very protective of me like having my own life and having a really thriving like work career and having a podcast, and I feel like some men are sometimes like threatened by that or like want to change how a person is already living, and I feel like you do everything even to this day in your power to like make my life easier to do all of the things that I already had going for me before we had met. So I just feel like that's always something that I'm like, wow, like I feel so fortunate to have found someone who like is my number one cheerleader and like sets me up to be the best that I could be in every single area, because I've very much seen relationships in friendships that I have of like kind of people dimming other people's light and like trying to like, yes, our lives have like converged and like I now do new things with you and whatever, but like you've never tried to like alter my life at all. So that was just a green flag.
Keep it that way, Matt.
Yeah.
I plan on it. I don't.
Even though he does get a little jealous and we have our time together.
I do.
He's still, you know.
Now I just plan my video game time
I was
around
going to
that.
say, they can play your video games
Bang.
in
A
that
very
time.
smart man.
Like, she's like, oh yeah, like Ashley and I have a business meeting at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm like, perfect. I'm going to play video games at 7:45 until like you're done.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Win-win. Like, fellas, make your lives easier. Work around their schedules to do the things you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, her and Ashley are going to record a podcast at 9 a.m. on a Saturday. I got a tea time. Like, make it easy, boys.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And I also want to second what Joe said about the comfort thing. Like, I didn't believe of, oh, when you know, until I experienced it. And I think there are so many people out there that, like, oh, like, I think this can turn into something. And they kind of, like, hold on to the potential of something. And they kind of stay in a situation for, like, months hoping that it's going to turn around. When nothing should ever be that difficult. If it's, like, a person that's meant for you, it should be evident from the start. Some things take a little bit of time, but you should never have to question how somebody else is feeling about you. It should be very much like you're on the same page as the other person. There's not a doubt in your mind that someone doesn't feel the way they should about you.
Also, in a way, I feel like if there's no red flags, it's almost a green flag.
Yes.
Like, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know, like, it's fine, like, there's nothing wrong. It's like, yeah, because you're used to like a toxic relationship where there's like a lot of passion, a lot of this, a lot of fighting.
Drama.
And like, we never had any fights, any arguments. And I was like, yeah, like, it's good. It's good. I think he's my person. I think so. But I was getting caught up in like, oh, but there's no like passion. Yeah, because we're not fighting. We're not arguing. There's nothing to argue. There's a comfort level to it all.
Yeah.
So sometimes we try to over romanticize relationships. And I think it's just like, that if you know, it's like, oh, you're just in a happy, healthy, easy relationship. If it's easy, that's a green flag.
Yeah. 100%.
And if there's any sort of like toxicity, it's not it.
Yeah.
From the start. People don't really change. They have to grow up themselves before getting into a relationship. So I just think, and that's probably a good segue into red flags, but I don't know. What are you guys' red flags?
In the dating phase, I'd just say like, a red flag for a girl should just be like a guy not making the effort and making the time. And I know the cliche, like, if he wants to, he will. Truly, if he wants to, he will.
Yeah.
A guy wants to see you, like, he'll move heaven and earth to like see you. And
Will you move heaven and earth for me?
Romantic.
But it's really not that hard to make time for someone. So like if someone's not making time for you, and I'm sure there's like extenuating circumstances, life gets in the way sometimes, but if it's like a continuous thing that clearly like you're not a priority in their life, so like why continue to try to force it?
It's a tough pill to swallow sometimes
Of
when
course.
you're on that side of like really wanting something to work and being really hopeful. But at the end of the day, like there should be an equal amount of energy being put forth on both ends to make something work.
Yeah, and like there's gonna be times where like you're giving in more than I am at some certain points. If out the gate someone's not meeting you halfway, it's probably not it.
And I always tell my single friends, like, if he or she isn't wanting you as much as you want them, you shouldn't want them anyway.
Well, that's what's always crossed my mind. I don't understand the girls that are like, oh my God, he's not paying attention to me. Like, let me try harder. Let me do this. And it's like, wait, he clearly doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Why would we like him? Yeah. Why would we like anybody that doesn't see our value?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
And it's like those waiting for a text, like, oh my God, looking at their phone every 5 seconds. It's like, no. Why are we wasting our energy on men or women that you don't know if they feel a certain way? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And for the guy listeners, just like if you're interested, just like show them you're interested.
Yeah,
There's no need
games.
to play the game. Like
no
just
games.
Oh, yes, that was
just be transparent. If you're interested,
Yeah.
And if you're not, say that you're not. Just like if you're interested, just show it. Girls will appreciate that.
Honestly, that was my biggest green flag with us, is that I never had to question where your head was at, ever. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, I know how he feels about me.
That was in love.
He was.
Facts.
He was
Absolute
laying it all
Head
on
over
the line.
heels.
The girl had a key to my apartment a month into knowing.
No, like,
And I still
kinda
have
scary.
it to this day.
She never returned it. Never returned it.
No, by design.
No, because the way my heart was racing when Courtney was like, yeah, like he gave me a key. I'm like, Courtney, is he a serial killer? I'm scared. Like,
he
are we
love bombing?
moving? Are we moving too quick? But no, it's just Mateo.
It's just
Yeah.
Mateo.
It's just Mateo. He's just a lover boy.
Yeah.
I was in love. It's not my fault. Still am.
Remember when you gave me a key to your Newberry
I
apartment?
do, yeah.
Joe got me like a little card and everything.
That was a very
I put it in a
special
box and gift wrapped
cute.
it.
Yeah, that was actually
so
really
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
That was a big step for you guys.
Yeah.
In my shitty little apartment in Back
I
Bay.
loved that apartment.
That place sucked.
I loved it.
On that note, Ash, when did you know Joe was the guy?
The second I saw him. No, I literally, I
Keep
swear
in
my
mind,
life,
she did not want to go on the
I
date to
almost
begin with.
canceled
Did
the
not
date.
want to go on the date to begin
remember
with.
I almost canceled the date. I walked down. This man picked me up, which you should never let a man pick you up on a first date. Like,
No,
that's from a
the-
dating app. That's so scary.
Now he knows your address.
But whatever, I did it. And he got out of his car and he was standing at my front door, and I walked down. He was there, and he was so much cuter than his photos, because you had photos from like 2 years prior when you were. This man had been out of college for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years, and he had still had abroad photos on his like
From
dating app.
2016.
I don't know why
It was
liked them, but
2020
thank
and I
God
have my photos
did.
from 2016 on there. I don't post photos, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he does not. He hasn't posted since
2017.
2017. Yes. I wish he'd post a photo of me, but you know we've
need-
grown
social
past
media
that,
is not
you
my,
know?
forte.
That's
When you
fine.
get married.
Not your
it's
thing.
okay.
No, at
Nah.
this point
Probably
he has
not.
to just like
It'll
never
be a
post
shared.
one.
No, it'll be a
No.
collaborated post.
The only thing
No.
I'll do is I'll just share the story that she tags me in.
Fantastic. That's the go-to move.
That's
Yep.
it. There you go. Boom.
Engaged.
One button. Done.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I knew from the second I walked down, I was like, oh my goodness, I had butterflies. I had the feeling the universe was like, there's your soulmate, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. There he is. And I was like, wow. And then we just like banter the whole night. It was so easy. There was not a single awkward silence. He was funny. He was charming. We just matched each other's energy, and it was perfect. And I was like, you're my boyfriend. I made him plan the second date on the first date. And I was like, when am I seeing you next? Okay, we're going apple picking in 2 days. I can't wait. Pick me up.
Apple
And-
picking on NFL Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a
he
lot.
I
ditched
met this
football
girl
for
3 days
it.
ago, and I gave up my NFL Sunday
Yeah, at
to
the
go
time,
apple
I didn't,
picking
I
with a
didn't
Wasn't it like-
understand football.
Wasn't
so I
it
was
like your
like,
first, like
I
week
didn't
one or
even
week
think
Week
two?
about
four.
Like,
It was 3 days after our first date.
Yeah.
We went apple picking on
I'm talking,
Sunday
like
afternoon.
early NFL season. Like it's
Crazy.
not week 10 where
No,
like you
middle
don't
of
really care
October.
anymore. Like
It's
early
like week 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big one.
Yeah. And then we baked an apple pie 2 days after that. And the rest was history. We had 4 sleepovers a night every week for the next however many years.
Crazy.
So yeah, for me, I knew immediately. Joe, I had to convince him.
It's not true.
I was like, you love me, I think. Let's date. And he was like, Ashley, like, now I can't ask you. I was like, do you really have to ask me? Like, we've been dating. And then he asked me to officially be his girlfriend on New Year's Eve. And I was like, yeah, we've been dating. And then he told me he loved me the first time on Valentine's Day.
How romantic.
I was like, not New Year's Eve and then Valentine's Day. So
I know how to pick them.
yeah.
Aww.
I pick my moments.
Some might say that the holiday schedule picked them for you, but yeah, so you know how to pick them.
Yes, seriously, so cheesy, but
No, it's
It
cute.
was cheesy.
yeah.
When you
But it
know,
worked
you know,
out.
Joe.
Exactly,
When you know,
yeah.
you know.
When did you know that I was the one for you?
Second date.
Second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I would say our first real date, like our second meetup.
Yeah.
So like our first date was like just like drinks. I don't really consider like our first meeting like our first date because we were just like drinks and we chatted for a couple hours.
Yeah.
But like our first real date that night, like I knew.
I agree. I remember literally going to the bathroom, realizing how hammered I was, looking at myself in the mirror, being like, fuck, I'm more drunk than I realize. And wow, I really fucking like this guy. Really like this guy. And it was a feeling that I had never felt on any other date ever. But so fun. Like, do you ever wish you can go back there?
Yes,
go back
all
in
the
time
time.
and feel those like jitters again. The beginning of a relationship is truly the best time.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't feel like the best time, then you should probably question the relationship.
Yeah,
you're
maybe
in.
honestly that's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
So by the time this episode comes out, it should be like early November-ish. So we're getting into holiday season. I thought it would be fun for us to reflect, or not even reflect, to fantasize about all the things that we're looking forward to in this happy holiday season.
So for me, what I'm looking forward to most is my little sister having a little baby.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, so uncle times 3, which is really
Uncle
fun.
times 3,
Wow.
a
Actually 4.
3-time
4, I think.
uncle.
Jesus Christ.
4?
Yeah, there's a lot of little ones running around at this
Wow.
point. So it's her first little baby girl. I'm super excited. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. My mom already did that on Facebook. Sore subject.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like with the names or something?
No,
With the-
my mother did my sister's pregnancy announcement
On
on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh,
And my
no.
sister went wild.
Oh no, I'd
Rightly
be
so.
pissed.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
Rightly so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, definitely not letting the cat out of the bag. It's already out of the bag.
Wait, how are you guys going to do your pregnancy announcement? Like, would you do it? Sorry. It always comes back to this, guys.
Yeah, it does.
It always comes back to this. But
What
like,
we're looking forward to turns into
you know
fantasies.
what? And that's what I want to talk about right now.
I would do it privately, just us two, but then I
Yeah.
would do like a post announcement. And I'd probably share it in like a surprise way with like all my favorite people.
Yeah.
Either one off or
Ashley-
maybe together, but I don't know.
Ashley, do you think you'll be in the know that early or what?
I think Courtney's going to tell me, like,
You guys are
really
real friends.
soon. We are real friends.
Do you guys like when you hang out? Do you actually talk, or is there like a lull in the conversation?
Is it a forced friendship?
Yeah.
So I am very excited for our Christmas gift swap, inviting all the friends over, having a little holiday bevy, just like getting a fat ass Christmas tree. Matt is very particular about our tree. We have very tall ceilings in our apartment. And last year we got the biggest tree that was literally at the Christmas tree farm. And he was still so unhappy with how little it seemed in the
It
space.
was tiny.
So we need like a 13-foot tree this year, pretty much.
What are your ceilings? Like 10 feet?
12.
Yeah.
But, like,
What'd
our
you get
tree-
last year?
Like a 6-foot tree. Like I was disgusted.
No, it was not 6 foot. It
That's
was
tiny.
8
I was,
foot.
yeah, it was tiny.
But it was the.
I was disgusted. I was
it was
embarrassed.
probably 10.
I didn't know it was. I didn't want to show people it. I was that embarrassed by how little my tree was. I felt like I was back in middle school in the locker room.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's
Jesus.
get graphic real quick.
What are we talking about here?
I'm kidding. But seriously, I was embarrassed by how little our tree was,
Okay.
and I was like, never again. Court's like, well, it looked big in the forest. Like, yeah, sure, but it looked tiny in our apartment. That's all that matters.
No, you guys need a big tree. I love that you guys get a real tree. I did
Always.
grow up getting a real tree, but I can't express how much I love our fake tree.
I love fake trees. I grew up with fake trees. Very happy with our fake tree. It's so easy. It's a perfect size. Lights included.
You don't get the smells.
So easy setup, easy tear down.
Like, we can legitimately smell our tree when we walk in, like, the common area, like the main entrance.
I do love the smell.
I'm going to get a fragrance of just pine trees and just have that plugged in our apartment, and it's the same thing.
It's going to smell like my car. Fantastic.
Your car smells like hockey gear, so.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Shots fired.
No pine trees in that thing.
We talked about it today. It's bad. Because I can't hide my bag in the boiler room anymore. It's a sore subject. That's another episode for another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, my car does stink, for sure.
Ashley, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I would like to bring back our holiday cocktail party, or what do we cocktails? What
Competition?
Competition.
Cocktail competition. We did that 2 years ago. We didn't end up doing it last year.
Did Joe win the first year?
No.
No, I won.
Wait.
I was going to say,
No,
I
I
think
did,
she.
but nice try.
Oh,
No, like,
Yeah.
wait, I
but
think
you
did
won
win,
because
yeah.
you went
100%
first. But
won.
like realistically, mine was better, and we all knew
It
that.
was a
I,
setup, but yeah, no, I won.
Nice.
I definitely like really won though. Joe, mine was better
were
than
you
that.
I feel
Were
like
you the
Joe's was
cranberry
bad.
martini?
What did I do?
Wait, Joe's was really bad.
Mine was
You
not
did,
bad.
like,
The
Joe's were
presentation was
rosé.
bad. I think it tasted fine, but the presentation was bad.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
even
not
remember
great.
what mine was.
Was yours the cranberry, like, pine martini thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, with
that
the.
wasn't very good.
I had a smoking. I had a
Smoked
smoking rosemary that I filled the glass with rosemary smoke. It was incredible.
It was.
I had multiple inquiries asking for the
Presentation
recipe.
wa-
Nobody asked about your
Presentation
recipe,
was solid.
Matt.
Presentation was solid.
Period.
I won, though. We voted.
Matt did win.
Like, don't be mad at me.
You're going last next year.
Yeah, you
this
are.
year.
You
Fine.
are.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so I
it's
would like to
called the
bring that
anchor.
back.
Yeah, and for those that don't know what we're talking about, you invite a small group of people over. Everyone makes a cocktail, and you judge it on taste, presentation, and what was the third?
It was
Holiday cheer.
Yeah,
Holiday
overall
cheer.
festiveness, yeah.
And so we had a whole freaking board, and we all rated
Yeah.
each
It
other's
was cute.
drinks on the three
was
different
No, it was so
categories.
cute.
It was
Yeah.
so fun.
We have to bring it back, but the key is you have to have a small group
Yeah.
of people because realistically, all you can have is 4 drinks.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
8 max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't 8 max.
8 people max.
I was
So
going
you're
to
gonna
say,
then you have
8
eight
drinks?
I was gonna say like
liquors?
6 people max.
Yeah.
4 to 6 people.
4
I
drinks
agree.
is more than
Unless
enough.
you have people make drinks together, but yeah.
Unless you do like couples.
like couple
yeah,
drinks,
you could
yeah.
do 4
8 couples.
couples.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Maybe we can do that, but I would like to bring that back.
The voting has to be anonymous because some people cheat.
Nobody's
Biased.
cheating. Don't look at me like that. I didn't cheat. Facts are facts. Anyways, that was
Joseph,
Yes.
what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Coming up,
Yankees World Series?
it'll be over at this
Matthew.
point.
World Series will probably be over by the time it's released.
it will,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving for one. Love Thanksgiving. I think that's in my family. That's a big holiday where everybody comes from all different states to combine and have a great meal. My mom's an amazing cook, so that's always a great time. Love looking forward to that. Outside of that, it's, yeah, definitely ski season. Love winter. A snowy winter. If winter without snow is
We
the
are
worst thing
manifesting a
possible.
snowy winter.
Just having freezing cold temperatures and no snow is absolutely miserable. But as long as it dumps snow here, and especially the mountains, that's great. So very looking forward to the ski season this year. Hopefully
that.
the ski trip out west or something.
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
thinking Whistler.
Up in
I'm thinking anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I wanna
for
go out west.
Utah. I'm
Yeah.
down for Colorado.
somewhere
big
in the
shot.
Rockies. Last year we went
Love.
to the Alps, so I'm hoping to go to the Rockies this year, which would be great.
Fun.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Sign me up.
Say less.
Now that I'm a pro skier.
Facts. This year.
Experience.
Hell yeah.
Hit those black diamonds easy.
No.
All right. On that note, I think that's all we have to say.
I couldn't agree more.
Any last words from
Wait,
the
what are you
boyfriends?
looking forward to? You didn't
Oh.
go.
Yeah, you did. You said the cocktail competition.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you listening to me?
I'm sorry. That's it?
Boys, thank you so much for coming on. Are there any last words from you two? You probably won't be on for another 2 years.
No, I don't think so.
If the people want us back, we'll come back.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, did you want to challenge anyone to a golf off?
I mean, sure. Anybody that's willing to come golfing at any point from here until, I don't know, end of November, yourselves, your boyfriends, husbands, dads, grandpas, uncles, aunts, whoever you got, message me. I'll meet you at the golf course. We can go golf for 9, 18, whatever you want. I'm just trying to get in as many rounds as I can before the winter comes. So,
Do you want to challenge like
DM us
whoever
for
beats
details.
you?
Oh, whoever! I am so confident in my golfing skills. I'll throw $100 down on the competition. If you guys come and beat me, I'll pay $100 if you beat me in a round of golf.
And you have to subscribe to all the links.
And you have to like and subscribe, repost, everything.
Spotify, our Pinterest shop, you name it. All the links.
One thing about
You have to
our
buy.
wedding-
Actually, you have to buy all the hats that are still in my apartment.
And my apartment, too.
Please buy all of them. You can
Please.
do both hats. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
They
tell
fit
everybody you know.
fantastically.
They're great. Go with any outfit.
Like Christmas presents for your men. Like,
Think
or your women.
holiday shopping
Like,
right now. Please like, subscribe, purchase hats.
And on that note, if
You can do both.
And buy one.
And on that note, if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, leave a review.
Link below.
The link's going to be right
Dear
here.
God.
Send to a friend, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Love ya.
Woo!